If you only had the weekend in the Golden Isles, these are the 3 spots you absolutely cannot miss. Haunted history, ancient ghost trees, and world-famous barbecue.
So we are at St. Simon Island Lighthouse, obviously on St. Simon Island. Whew, that's a mouthful. Anyway, so we're gonna check out the lighthouse and give you guys a tour of this. So if you get your tickets to go into the lighthouse, there's a little theater that has a little looping movie about the history of the lighthouse. And I won't spoil everything. The thing right there is the first location of the original lighthouse. This one is the second one for St. Simon Island. So we'll leave some details in the description about why they built the second one. Anyway, so Tina and I are going to do the lighthouse climb. I think they said it was 120 steps, so not as much as the other one we did the other day, but still quite the climb. Let's go.
We're at the St. Simon Lighthouse, and there are 129 steps to the top of the lighthouse. I thought there was 219. So.
Thank goodness she was wrong on that one. I don't know if I'd want to do the additional 80-something steps. Now, the Fresnel lens, I think, are really cool things because the way they're designed, the way they bounce light around.
Mm-hmm. And do you know how far that reaches out?
20-something miles?
23 miles.
23 miles. Wow. Mm-hmm. You know, and that's back in the day. You know, I mean, that's back in the day when they had to do math by pencil and paper. All right, up the steps we go. And Tina, where do these steps go?
Up.
Oh, it's already tight, isn't it?
Well, you see the swimming pool and the trees from here.
Owie. The old knees are hurting.
Oh, yeah.
At the top. Man. I'm glad they put handrails on this. It's tight. The first St. Simon's Lighthouse was built in 1810, but it met a violent end during the Civil War when the retreating soldiers blew it up. The 104-foot tower you see today was rebuilt in 1872 using millions of bricks. It's paired with a beautiful Victorian keeper's house that has stood as a coastal landmark for over 150 years. At the top is a massive French-made Fresnel lens from 1872. Back then, keepers hauled oil up the 129 steps daily to keep it burning. The only thing today that's burning was my legs. So that's Jekyll Island. We're heading over there shortly. That's quite a view. This lighthouse is famously haunted. Legend says a 19th century keeper still walks the 129 stairs after a tragic duel on the grounds. Between the ghost stories and the iconic Victorian gazebo is the most photographed spot in the Golden Isles.
After our lighthouse tour, we took a stroll through Pier Village. It was a great spot to explore. It was filled with local shops, restaurants, and a cute ice cream shop with some fun souvenirs to buy. Ooh, we're gonna have to go in and get some ice cream. Look at all these yummy treats. Hey, I'm gonna get some ice cream. I just need a small cone, and I think I'm gonna try the bourbon salted caramel. I'm sorry, bourbon salted pecan. Do you want anything, hon? It's bourbon salted pecan. All right, thank you.
And there's napkins.
Yummy. Why did the cookie go home? It was feeling crummy. Oh. A lot of little gifts. Chicken, banana. Chicken, banana.
Now this is my kind of store.
Later in the day, we headed over to Jekyll Island to see the wilder side of the coast. Driftwood Beach is stunning during the day. The weathered trees look like they could reach out and grab you. It feels like stepping into another world.
Okay, so now we are on Jekyll Island, and we are heading down to a place called Driftwood Beach. And we're going to spec out a place to take photographs, and we're going to come back in the morning before sunrise. We're going to try to capture some photos like this. Well, some photos of these against the sunset or sunrise. So this is going to be some great photographs. Morning shots would be great if you come down for photographs. There seems to be plenty of parking, but we said that once before when we were in Aspen. So we'll get here early tomorrow morning and take some photos. Check out all the dead trees.
Early the next morning, we returned to Driftwood Beach to catch the sunrise, and that's when the real magic happened. Watching the light break through the weathered trees was amazing. It turns the entire beach into a silhouette of gold.
Did our morning photos. We found a sticker sign, sorta. We're gonna put a sticker on it. So hang tight. We got some folks up there. We don't want to bother their photos.
We're gonna add our sticker. If you happen to see it, let us know. We circled back to St. Simon's for dinner at a mandatory stop, Southern Soul Barbecue. Famous for being featured on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives in 2010. It's been a favorite site for barbecue lovers ever since. The brisket sandwich is definitely a must-have. That's this yummy brisket sandwich. Yummy, yummy, yummy. No, I don't want to. We're here at Southern Soul Barbecue, which is definitely worth a trip here. This restaurant has been featured on Diners, Dives, and Drive-Thrus, and we are going to stick one of our stickers on the window.
All right.
Here we go.
All right.
If you happen to see it, let us know. After dinner, we headed back to the pier to catch the sunset. There's something incredibly peaceful about watching the day end at the lighthouse. David captured some amazing photos as the sky turned a vibrant orange over the Atlantic. It was the perfect end to our Georgia road trip. So, hon,
Yes.
what kind of photo are you trying to get here?
One of the lighthouse.
Oh yeah. Waiting for the golden hour?
Yeah, I think we just hit it.
Yeah.
But I'm watching, and I'm going to my little fancy schmancy
Yeah.
remote. Mirror up. Photo. Yeah.
We'll see how they turn out. Be sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode.